We're going to start this look off by using NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk. I'm only going to place this color on the lid of my eye and nowhere else. Using a concealer brush, I am also going to blend that color out and just make sure that I have an even distribution of color on my lid. In preparation for my cut crease, I am just going to sketch out where I want my cut crease to lay. So the larger the circumference of the cut crease, the larger the eye will appear. I want this to still kind of maintain as natural looking as possible to my natural crease of my eye, so I'm keeping it close to the crease of my eye. I'm using an angled brush and a black liner just to do so. Now, your line here does not have to be perfected, so if it doesn't look perfected, don't worry about that. All of that will happen later on in blending. Using the color Urban from the Urban Decay Electric Palette, I am placing this color right on top of my sketched line using that same angled brush that I used to sketch out the line. So you just want to place the product on there in preparation for blending. So as you guys can see, I kind of made a line down on the bottom as well, so I'm going to place some color right on top of that as well. Again, guys, do not worry about this looking perfect. That is not important. Alright, so next I'm going to use this color called Jilted, which is a very pretty magenta color, and a blending brush, which looks very similar to the 217 brush from MAC Cosmetics. I am going to just blend out that harsh line from the cut crease. Now, as you guys can see, using that color Jilted and using that blending brush, it is just going to give me a very blown out, very hollow appearance, and that is exactly what I'm looking for this look. Now, as you guys can see, I'm not taking it all the way to the brim of my nose. It's kind of stopping right where my tear duct starts. And I want to do that to kind of further enhance the cut crease. So just be sure to apply as much product as you like to intensify the cut crease in this area. But be sure to always blend out accordingly so that you won't have any harsh lines. Taking this beautiful pink pigment called Savage, I am going to pull all the colors together and use this as my transitional color between the two colors used previously. So these colors are very, very pigmented, so I am making sure and taking extra caution to just apply a little bit of product at a time. You do not want to apply a bunch of product because always remember, you can always add to, but it's very, very hard to blend out and take away once you've placed product on the eye without having to start over, and we don't want to do that. So as you guys can see, from my brow down to my lid, everything looks very seamless so far. And it looks like, you know, everything kind of goes in order with one another. And that transitional color really does that for you. So yeah, so just use your transitional color on both eyes. Don't forget the other eye. Yeah, so this brush that I'm using also, I know you guys are going to want to know, I'm using MAC Cosmetics 224 brush, my holy grail brush. I always use this brush to blend out any product. I also use this brush to blend out my concealer as well. So this brush is multi-purposeful, not just for the eyes, you can use it for the face as well. For this look, I really want to define that cut crease, so I'm going to take Chaos from Urban Decay Electric Palette. As you guys can see, it is a bunch of chaos. It is so pigmented and so bright. So I'm going to place this color right on top of that sketched line and that purple to intensify it. Now, upon looking at the blue, you're kind of like, what? Why are you going to put blue up there? But when you mix the blue and the purple together, you kind of get like a darker purple. So it does work, guys. It does make sense. But all of that happens in blending anyway. So again, don't worry about it. So since I applied that color to my crease, I am now dealing with some serious harsh lines. This is where blending comes into play. So with taking just a little bit of that color Chaos in my 224 brush, I'm going to blend out the harsh lines that I see. Now it's really important to just take a little bit of color at a time when applying that Chaos back onto that line to blend it out, because what will happen is that you'll start to make the look really muddy, and you don't want that to happen. So just take a little bit of product at a time and sweep the shadow upward to the rest of the shadows that you have on the eye so that everything looks nice and uniform with each other. This next color has to be my favorite color from the palette. It is called Trash or Trash. I don't know. Alright, so we're just going to place this color right on the crease where we previously applied the Milk Jumbo Pencil. So as you guys can see, that Milk Jumbo Pencil was really important because it's going to make sure that that pigment sticks and stands out. Now, these colors are extremely pigmented, so honestly, that white jumbo pencil is not needed. This color can stand on its own, but I just want it to stand out a little bit more, and I want to make sure that I do not experience any unnecessary fallout. Got me? It's a beautiful color though. It is literally like the perfect neon yellowish green. It's really nice. To intensify this look, I am going to use Inglot Cosmetics number 77 gel liner, which happens to be one of my favorite products right now. It is just an amazingly pigmented gel liner and so creamy and easy to work with. So I really love that. I'm using an angle brush, the same angle brush I used previously for this look, and just, you know, perfecting that winged liner. Now, I like to use or wear a wing liner when I'm wearing a cut crease because it just really intensifies the look, and those sharp angles really kind of plays up the sharp lines that you use for the cut crease. Alright, so once you apply your liner, just be sure to go ahead and add your favorite falsies. So I did that off camera in addition to just adding my foundation and my whole foundation routine. So now I am just going to pull this look all together. I'm taking each color that I used on top and just placing it underneath my lash line to pull this look together. And I'm actually using the brush that they provided in the electric palette, which I typically don't use when I purchase palettes because they're not very good. But the synthetic fibers that they have on these brushes work really well with the pigments. So I will say, if you do decide to purchase this palette, which I think you should, then yeah, go ahead and utilize their brush because it actually applies the product a lot softer and a lot more seamless than using other brushes. So I just wanted to open up my tear duct, and I'm using this color called Freak from the electric palette. Alright, and so then lastly for the eyes, I'm going to take that really pretty pink pigment that I use as my transitional color on top and use it as my transitional color on the bottom. But as you can see, it just gives this very pretty halo glow to the eye and really pulls the look together. I am really loving this palette, guys. Alright dolls, and that is the final look for the eyes. So pretty. But you know, I can't finish this off without showing you what I did to my lips. So let's move on to the lips. Alright, so I'm just going to take a purple lip liner. This is something that I just purchased from my local beauty supply store. And I am just going to line the outermost part of my lips. So for my lip, I want to do a simple ombre effect. So I am going to fill in my lips a bit with the lip liner, but I'm not going to fill them in too much or really pay attention to preciseness because you will do that in the blending part of this step. So just go ahead and apply that. Next, I'm going to use Wet n Wild's lipstick in Smokin' Hot Pink, which happens to be like the most amazing pink lipstick I've ever seen in my friggin' life. It really is a serious dupe for Saint Germain. So if you don't have that from MAC Cosmetics, I'd say run to your local drugstore and check this out. And pucker up, ladies, because this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. But before I go, I do have a question for you. With summer arriving, do you plan on wearing fun, bold colors? If so, how are you gonna do it? With makeup or with your clothes? Let me know. I wanna hear it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Until the next video, peace out.